Welcome once again to 30 Days of Warcraft. It's day number 12. We've just over the last couple of days, we've done a couple of games, but today it's going to be MGL once again. It's going to be Echo Isles with ReiGn versus TeD. And in all honesty, it should be an interesting match. Echo Isles is really one of those maps. I did cast it before, and it has an interesting variation. You can expand to this side or this side. This is the only expansion area you can really go for, so you can lock it down quite nicely. As well, you got that single tavern in the middle, as well as that marketplace and the shop at the bottom. However, let's go and focus at the players. ReiGn as the orcs on the top was going after all their storms right off the bat. And because they have this game this time around, we'll always be able to, see exactly what's going on. It doesn't look like we have a crypt and a graveyard coming up, and the Outdoor Darkness is coming up a little bit later for TeD, so perhaps a Fiend build looking for him. We shall see whether or not this is the case rather shortly. Let's see whether or not both players can do anything interesting. And ReiGn is currently, I believe, 14th in the Gusu ranking listings, which I looked up before the game, and we'll see whether or not they can take on TeD, who's at number 9 currently. So it should be a good game, as these two players are very, very close. We got a Blade Master coming out for ReiGn, as we will potentially not Ultra Darkness coming out rather shortly at the moment, so we could still be looking at a Fiend build. I'm not sure whether or not this is the case, but we'll see. As this peon will be scouting out, will be knowing, and as ReiGn will know very, very shortly what TeD is up to. Ultra Darkness, and it's going to be a nothing so far. Might as well, yeah, there we go, here we go. Death Knight, a little bit slow there on the reaction, but the peon has come in. He knows now what's going on in the base. Crypt coming out. Will these ghouls come in to try and take out this peon? No, not yet. Continues to just go on. And there we go, Fiends. Crypt Fiends are being built. Fiend build is indeed the case. Windwalk on the Blade Master as he just came out for ReiGn. Let's see whether or not we can get a visual on him. There we go. We will be going after this first expansion. Already going over to Voodoo Lounge. We have a nice this Voodoo Lounge being built up there. Make sure that he doesn't have to walk all the way back to his base in case a little bit of an engagement goes on later on in the matchup. We shall see whether or not this is actually the case. That peon is still alive down the bottom, as the Fiends are still being built. I believe there's already one Fiend on the field. There we go. As he's taking these, yeah, there we go. He's just getting these creeps back into the base, making sure that he can get the battle going on. It probably has gone for coils as well. And will we just continue? Yeah, there we go. Death Coil being done on the Death Knight. We shall see whether or not the Blade Master comes in. Yeah, the Blade Master does try to go in for the Creep Jack. It doesn't manage to pick it up. Did he get the claws there? No, he didn't. As he tried to, ReiGn did try to get those claws out of there. As it looks like ReiGn is going to go for tier 2. He's gone for a Stronghold, and TeD does the same thing. He's going for Halls of the Dead. So both players are going for tier 2 quite early. The Blade Master tries to go in for the Creep Jack. As Rod of Necromancy on the Death Knight will be able to get a lot of troops up. As we have, is that a hunter? No, that's not. Never mind. As this Crypt Fiend does get surrounded. My apologies. Does get entangled or netted, whatever you want to call it. As the Blade Master continues his role to creep. He's going to go after this Skull of the Warrior. Let's see whether or not he can take him down. He's almost down 7. There we go. And going after this this merchant. Boots of Speed being bought. We'll be able to get around the map a whole lot quicker. Circuit mobility as well. And this Voodoo Lounge is still up. Let's see whether or not this base can still continue. Stronghold is almost up, so we could be looking at some more interesting stuff. Perhaps raiders from TeD later, from ReiGn later on. We shall see whether or not that is the case. But he will no doubt go for more Fiends in combination with statues. That's generally a very popular strategy here. Blade Master levels up, and he is going to go for Critical Strike. Death Knight is in action, as his grunt does get picked off. Sadly enough, as the Death Knight does level up. Unholy Aura, that will boot up his units quite extensively. Attack speed as well as movement speed and all that jazz. So that'll help quite a lot. There's more creeps on standby. We got more Fiends on the map. 3 currently for TeD. And the stronghold is almost done. Barracks coming out, so more grunts on the field. It's currently looking at food. ReiGn is at 29 to 30, 14 of that being troops. And that TeD has got 28 out of 30, with 23 of that being troops. But he, of course, the undead has the advantage of having ghouls on the map, which using those as lumber units, but also as attack units, which helps quite a lot.
We're under attack.
As the Blade Master continues to creep. Does he still? What does he have in his inventory? He doesn't have any scroll of TP. Healing cells, boost of speed, glove of haste, and greater healing potion. So that will be nice to use as he's out of there. Spirit Lodge and Bestiary being built by ReiGn, as a Lich is being built by TeD. TeD is going for his second hero, and ReiGn is going to do the same. Shadow Hunter on him as well. So Lich coming out for the undead player TeD, and ReiGn going for a Lich. My Shadow Hunter. My apologies. As, that will be an interesting combination right there. The Blade Master is continuing to creep to try to take this Death Knight now, using critical hit. Does he have? He doesn't have enough mana to use it so far. Only 63. Toe of Intelligence. As, Slaughterhouse is now coming up for TeD as well, and he's pulling his units back towards the Blight so they can heal up a little bit quicker. A lot of Necromancy coming up. Berserker Strength coming up for ReiGn. Looks like he's going to go fully for Grunts, perhaps for Raiders as well. Black Citadel coming up for TeD, as he's going for tier 3. And we'll be able to get strong units out, potentially Frost Worms, although if ReiGn decides to go for more, try to go for more units that can entangle his troops, and then that will be taken down quite quickly. Frost Armor on the Lich. A Lich is out as well, so Shadow Hunter has gone for a Hex. Will be a nice combination right there. Raider and Spirit Walker coming out for ReiGn. As it appears that ReiGn is opting for more ranged units. Those Raiders will be able to use that ensnare ability quite nicely, and then the Spirit Walkers can use their ranged abilities to take the units down. Blade Master, meanwhile, in combination with the Shadow Hunter, continues to creep towards the Mauler. Blade Master levels up to level 3. He's going for a Windwalk level 2. As continues to roll around the map. TeD goes for a Temple of the Damned. It's coming up, so more skill casters for him, perhaps. We'll see whether or not he can use that to his advantage. The illusion on the map as well. Blade Master going around, trying to get a couple of these acolytes out of the picture. Just scouting out, see what's going on. He's scouted this Temple of the Damned, 2 Temples of the Damned even. As the Frost Nova is on the Lich now as well. As ReiGn finally goes for his tier 3. He continues to upgrade the Blade Master, trying to go for a bit of a creep jack. But look at these troops. Just full Liches, and there's a statue, like I said earlier on. Has managed to build that. Ooh, the Blade Master really needs to watch out. Needs to watch out for this attack, because he could go down if he doesn't watch out. Ooh, the attack manages to die down very, very close there. As ReiGn does go and increases Spirit Walker upgrade.
Research complete.
As more Staff of Necromancies come out for the Death Knight. Banshees coming out for the out of the Temple of the Damned.
Summoning is complete.
And that will
Upgrade complete.
and that will help him to deny any potential TP in case the Crypt Fiends manage to surround. That is, unless either the Blade Master or the Shadow Hunter manage to get the a Town Portal TP. Shadow Hunter does level up. Healing Wave on him, so that'll be a nice boost. It's funny though, because the Orcs don't really have any inherent boosts when it comes to healing, and the Shadow Hunter really manages to fill up that gap within the Orc ranks. Good Lounge coming out. As TeD is going for a Thinker. He has got a Thinker from the field. There we go. Thinker on the map. Pocket Factory being put on the Thinker. We'll see whether or not he can do anything with that. But it's an interesting combination between the Lich and the Death Knight. As the the Banshee upgrades continues as a Kodo Beast now come out for ReiGn. Whether or not where's the Kodo Beast? That'll be nice to take down the fiends. As the Blade Master does continue to heal up, going after the Wizard camp, and no expansion on the field just yet for either players. Will go down. War drums being upgraded on ReiGn. Looks like he's gonna commit fully towards that Kodo Beast and more Spirit Walkers. So he's going to focus mostly on the range attacks of the Spirit Walkers in combination with the grunts taking most of the damage. Did go for Berserker Strength on the Orcs earlier on, so that'll help quite nicely. Shadowhunter is now level 3. Let's take a look at the Undead. It looks like the Death Knight is level 3, the Lich is level 2, and the Thinker is level 1.
Is complete.
The Blade Master is at level 3, and the Shadowhunter is level 3 as well. As ReiGn did buy a Orb of Lightning, probably on his Blade Master. Yeah, there we go. We'll be able to attack air now as well, increase damage, lightning damage. He's going for a Creep Jack, potentially. Nope, not just yet. So all these creeps here are gone. And he's going for the back creep, the Gargantuan Turtle spawn. No, he's not. He's going back. As I think he saw the troops of TeD just sitting around. As, both sides are taking it a little bit slow, just feeling each other out, trying to see what they have on the field and how they can engage each other the easiest. As TeD does continue to scout out around the map, see whether or not ReiGn has any expansions, and no, the expansion is not here. If there was, he would have gone straight to action and engaged that expansion as fast as he could. Murloc creep going on. Ooh, a 2 Stone of Strength. Taken down on the Shadowhunter. They'll add up quite nicely. But we shall have to see whether or not both sides will go after expansion shortly. Still 6,000 on the gold mine here, and 6,000 as well on this one. So no expansion needed for some time, but we'll see whether or not both sides agree on that within the foreseeable future.
Research complete.
Blade Master looking for a little bit of a kill. Look at all those Banshees. Wow, that is a lot of Banshees coming out from TeD.
We're under attack.
He's going for a full range attack. And that's a lot of damage right there. A critical strike coming up on the Blade Master. No, he gets out of there. Does not get death coiled. And try to get one of the Banshees down. Going for a Master. So Curse, Possession, and Anti-Magic. Could potentially be looking at massive possessions and just taking over the troops of ReiGn. That would be an interesting move. Making his way towards the Voodoo Lounge. That will be a target. There we go. Pocket Factory popped up. Banshees are in place. They can use possession. And ReiGn needs to watch out that he does not actually do that, because if all his troops are gone, then his heroes will be, well,
our town is
defunct. As he's gone for a Dark Ranger. A Dark Ranger is now on the map for ReiGn as well. We recognize the threat. Shadowhunter gone for chain healing. And there we go. The Banshees all over the place. There we go. That's the that one of the barracks being attacked. Pocket Factory still in the play. Blade Master's in the field. I don't think he wants to commit his troops just yet. No. Okay. Healing being popped off. Going after more Banshees. One Banshee down. The statue is a little bit low as well. Could be going down as well. Another Pocket Factory coming out. And these the Thinkers are is going in for full damage. Kodo Beast is being primaried. He's got a fiend in his stomach.
Work complete.
There's a lot of the troops are still being healed up. Looks like the Shadowhunter will be going down rather shortly, although he does get healed up. Needs to watch out a little bit though, because the Dark Ranger is down almost as well. Let's see on the other side. No, the Lich is just in prime shape. As the Tauren is still on the field as well, and look at that. These grunts all just being taken over by the Banshees. Now, like I said, would happen, as well as these raiders doing a great job and just using those Banshees' abilities to maximum. troops continue to do the damage, and he's got TeD has got the numerical advantage on the field right now by taking over most of these grunts, and he still does have Banshees on the field, and this Death Knight could be a little bit of trouble. We got a good game. Yeah, there we go. As I said, just right there, those Banshees were a great move by TeD to use. Just mass spamming them all over the field and just taking over ReiGn's troops. There's nothing that ReiGn could do. He knew as soon as those Banshees came in, he couldn't really force them on the field, but as soon as TeD decided to, you know what, I'm going to attack your base, ReiGn had no choice, had to commit his troops, and all TeD has to do is, well, hi troops, I'll take your troops now, and I'll kill your heroes. As ReiGn, there's no way it could counter that, and good game by TeD, and well, so much for that. A little bit of an anticlimactic game today, very well played by TeD though, as ReiGn does go down. This has been day 12 on 30 Days of Warcraft. Once again, leave your comments below, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 13. Ooh, day 13 already. It's going so fast. See you tomorrow.